I'm gonna have to get on the ball editing some videos. I got about a month's worth of backlog that I haven't gotten edited and put out there yet. And if I don't get on the ball, then the Christmas tree stuff here is going to be coming out in like February. So I need to be getting on with that. But we're fixing to start a new venture here at the farm. I actually have been so busy that I forgot to get out my camera today. We just went this morning and got these trees. They came from North Carolina mountains. When you're running a small produce stand, farm, market, direct market farm, whatever you want to call it, it's all about diversifying and finding as many niche markets as you can take advantage of. And one thing for us is there's not really any place around here to buy Christmas stuff and Christmas trees. I mean, you can go to Lowe's or Walmart or Food Line or something, but it's not all that special to go to the grocery store and pick up a Christmas tree. So this is our first year. We are going to be selling Christmas trees here at Cherry Hill Farm, and to go along with that, she's come up with a lot of cool ideas. Today we're going to transform our produce stand into a Christmas store. She's already been working hard on it. We've got a bunch of jams and jellies and pickles, trying to feature all North Carolina products. These poinsettias came from a farm right up the road that raises them out. We got Houston's peanuts, got peanut brittle, we got some local honey, and all right, let me start over now that I turn my Christmas music off. I forgot that YouTube will flag my video if I have any kind of thing that could be possibly copyrighted. So we've got some bowls that my uncle hooked me up with. Going to recycle those to set our trees in. This is a homemade, well, part of it's homemade. This is a wreath maker, and we'll get more into all these things later. These are the wreath rings that you can buy, and this machine right here, it's got a foot pedal on it. I bought the crimping device and the pedal, all this assembly, and built the rest of it. But this will crimp the greenery to that. So we're going to be making wreaths. Got 100 frames. Hopefully that's not enough. That'd be good. Got a table built here with our Facebook Marketplace tree baler on it, ready to go. I'm cutting up some rebar, and Malachi is out here and getting started driving these stakes. And this is how we're going to stand our trees up for the lot. So you have to pick the tree up above the rebar and then kind of slide it down and stick the rebar up beside of the trunk. Unbaling these trees is much more time consuming than I anticipated. Could just go up the side and cut every string. Then I'm gonna have 20 million little giblets of string everywhere. So that's gonna make a mess. So you kinda gotta, not sure it would save much time anyway. There's so many wraps. You about gotta pull it off one wrap at a time. I brought my main men with me, and we are cutting some greenery. We decided this year, since it's our first year selling trees, we didn't really know what to expect. I didn't want to go off and buy 250 trees and sell 50 of them. Trees are very expensive this year, even on a wholesale level, so I didn't want to go belly up on this operation. So we just got 50 trees, and we're going to see how it goes. We might be able to get our hands on a few more if we sell out like first weekend. But that being said, with 50 trees, you ain't going to have a whole lot of clippings off the bottom. Well, we got 100 wreath rings to make, so we've got to get greenery from other sources, and I think it's going to make a prettier wreath having things blended up. So we came over here to the cow pasture, got a couple harvest bins, and we're going to start sawing some pine, cedar, and there's a holly thicket back in these woods. We're going to cut some holly. Going to try to find some white pine that still has some pine cones hanging on it. I don't know how successful we're going to be in that search, but we're going to get some greenery cut. If you'd have told me 6 months ago that I'd have an electric chainsaw, I'd have laughed at you, but I was advised by a friend that a gas chainsaw stinks, it makes a lot of racket, and it scares kids, and it makes sense. I mean, for a tree lot, this is going to be a whole lot easier, and for what we're doing, I think it's going to work pretty good for this too. You notice Malachi sitting there on the trailer packing heat. Well, it's 2021, you need to pack heat everywhere you go. No, really though, we're on the hunt for some mistletoe, and it's really weird that here it is Thanksgiving and most of our hardwoods have still got all the leaves on. We just now all of a sudden got cold, so mistletoe is going to be kind of difficult to locate, but we're trying to find some, make some mistletoe balls, maybe put some accents on some wreaths, but so far no luck. But that's why we're toting the piece to shoot down some mistletoe with, hopefully. And for some reason we can't seem to find, there's plenty of holly on this farm, we sure can't seem to find any that's got any red berries on it. I was thinking there would be red berries here at Thanksgiving, but there isn't. I'm not an expert on holly, but something is, I didn't think anything messed with holly, but I've never really studied it that hard. Something's eating on this holly. Kind of having a hard time finding some really pretty branches, but there's a bunch of it out here. We'll come up with some. Well, that'll make a few wreaths. Not quite sure yet how many. We'll have to see. The boys remembered where there was some mistletoe at. We got over here, and if we can shoot good enough to get it down, this is the mother lode. There's one sprig right here, about 12 foot over my head. But I don't know if the camera will do it justice or not, but in amongst all these leaves that are still on this red oak tree, there is huge wads of mistletoe all over these two red oaks right here. So we're going to try to shoot some of it down. Some mistletoe is poisonous, so after you touch this, you got to wash your hands before you do anything else. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to see if we can't get some more out. That was kind of pitiful.
Hey!
Got the mother lode here. Now that's a wad of mistletoe. I don't think I've ever shot down a piece that big and pretty. Most of the time I usually find it when I'm squirrel hunting. I shoot it down with a shotgun and it's in a million pieces. Here's another example of what I'm always talking about. Making use of the resources you got. These are fiberglass electric fence posts, which are no fun to mess with after they get old. That's the reason Holly's wearing gloves. So that fiberglass gets all in you. Also, these kind of stink because they got all these wire clips still in them. But she's getting those pulled out. We had to come up with a solution for putting stringing lights up in our tree lot here. So what I came up with was these fiberglass fence posts fit almost perfectly in this purlin pipe for greenhouses. Now, when our greenhouse shipped, they bent up quite a bit of our purlin pipe, so the supplier had to send us some extras. So what we're doing is I'm driving that fiberglass post in the ground every 12 foot. These lights, strands of lights, they're like, what do they call them? Who invented the light bulb, Malachi?
I forget.
You're supposed to know this stuff. Edison.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there thinking. I knew it started with an E.
So these little, Holly bought these little strands of LED Edison bulbs, and got our pipes 12 foot apart, and we're going to make an L shape and go down the other side because we've got our trees kind of L shaped, make it look like we've got more than we do. And I'm just going to go and put a couple of wraps of duct tape around the top. I'd probably use zip ties if I had them, but I don't. Hopefully it'll work. They seem pretty dang solid. I mean, they're wobbly, but they're not going to blow down. Lights, check. Now I just gotta get floodlights put up, which is gonna be slightly more of a big deal. Well, I think we are ready to open up tomorrow. I've got to get started making wreaths now. That's gonna be another video, but I want to have at least 15-20 wreaths made before we open tomorrow. And we've got to get our poinsettias displayed somehow or another. But yep, we're about to get there. I will make another video following up on this with how we're going to make our wreaths and some other things. But this one's probably getting pretty long, so I'm going to put that on another one. I appreciate you guys watching, and appreciate the support for the channel. I'll see you guys next time.